Oh, no, that didn't work. I got sweaty hands.
That is the best start to the 20th episode of Drams with Drams we can actually go for. Because if that doesn't sum up the bullshit, then I don't know what does.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello and welcome to 20th episode of Drams with Drams. We have done this 19 other times and spoke literally not a word of sense so far.
There's been some, I think. I think
Has
there's been
there?
some sense.
I think most people are. Are you just playing with the party
I
poppers
was
now?
just looking at the warnings.
I like the smell of them. Like, everyone likes to smell them, don't they?
It's probably nothing to do before doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. So, before we start chatting away about whatever else is going on in the bar and stuff, we're just going to have a dram.
Yeah.
And for this one, it's going to be a rather nice birthday present I got from Pete.
And Bianca.
And Bianca. Yeah, I wasn't
going halves on it, but I think she did skip the country before she gave me my
She
half
left
back.
the country rather than pay you the
She
half.
gave me my half back.
So we're going to crack this open, because I've not tried it yet. I'm assuming you haven't either.
I've drank it in the past.
This
particular one.
Well, there you go then. So this is a Linkwood 15-year-old Gordon MacPhail bottle, that is still
It's
sealed.
just
I've
like
not
a
even
thing
opened
that
it yet.
because Gordon MacPhail get given a whole bunch of new make spirit from all sorts of different distilleries because they're
Because they're Gordon MacPhail, yeah.
And this is like them, and they license the distillery, like the old distillery own labels and stuff like that, and they've been doing that for ages. And Linkwood's lovely.
Turns out I don't know how much to pour in a glass when it's these glasses.
These
These rather nice Glenrothes.
You.
I know, but these rather nice and
man.
rather nice Glenrothes glasses aren't as easy to tell. Oh, you need a little more than that. I won't be stingy. I won't be stingy.
No, it's fine.
And enjoy it.
Walk a dog after this.
Well, I mean, I'll be with you as well. That's gonna be fun.
Oh man,
The dogs will keep us on point because we're gonna be useless after this.
that's amazing.
Yeah, right. I want to batter into
Cheers.
this.
If any of you have been in over the last few weeks since we've been back open, operating as
Yes.
normal.
It's a month we've been at normal, so yeah.
cheers
Thank
to
you everyone
you.
who's been coming in.
We've had a couple of real good nights. The thing that's really, like, I was dreading it, to be honest with you.
I know you were here. I don't want to
To be
open.
completely honest with you, I was dreading everyone coming back to the
After a year of going, I want to be a bar again.
It would be like Jurassic Park, but it's been really, really good for the most
What,
part.
you going out going,
Just just boom, and then just blood and
Just-
screaming. But no, it's been really, really good, and for the most
So
part.
I'm just trying to get it to work in the glass now.
Because we're not T-Rexes. Yeah, it's been really good, with the exception of a few fantastic conspiracy lads.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
one lad was great.
I will say you boys are fucking outstanding. I will say that.
There's one boy
Fucking.
in particular. He not only did he start with the conspiracy stuff, he then thought he would, like, I don't know, like, stem the damage by telling us he was an ex-advisor for Margaret Thatcher, and I was like, you should probably not.
Don't say that in Scotland.
That too much around here.
Scotland, North of England, or Wales. Pretty much anywhere that isn't the home
I'm just
counties.
trying to look
Probably
after
just don't
him.
mention
And then-
you worked for Margaret
and a week
Thatcher.
later, I saw him getting kicked out of Sainsbury's, and he was shouting about how he's going to get him arrested under maritime law.
Because you were in the same space that's in the ocean, aren't you? Because that's how maritime law works.
And then I saw a car driving past that has a big sign on the side of it that says U.S. Senate finally admits COVID is a lie, and lo and behold, it's Captain Maritime Law, and amazing.
You mean he was in a boat?
So I've been
He's not allowed to drive cars. He's like, if he's going by maritime law, he should be on a damn boat.
I've been having fun spotting him.
Crazy spotting.
Yeah, he's a good one.
But most people have been great, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, yeah, but apart from that, everything's been good, and it's been great having everyone back in, and it's the big. It's gorgeous, isn't it? The big thing for me was got a jukebox back in.
Oh,
And
it's been so much fun.
wonderful return
You and I
to
have
form.
no tips left. Every single penny, every penny we get goes to that damn jukebox,
Yeah, and
which we appreciate.
I think I'm in debt to Ron and Mark for that simple that fiver for putting on tunes and things. But it's been
Racking up credits with
weird
people.
Thing. It sort of made everything kind of feel back to. I hate saying back to normal.
No, well, less
So
COVID-y.
it makes things seem a little.
That's it. I mean, they've got
weird.
very little restrictions in place now. You need to sign in and you need to wear your mask when you can. Obviously, it's ridiculous to enforce some of it, but like we can, for the most part, people are pretty sound about it. They'll come in with their mask on, wait till they're up to the bar drinking, and then they'll do it. So,
like I say, with the exception of
the odd crazy.
Ahab, It's been all good and long may it
That's
continue.
outstanding. See, this one's just a show off, to be honest. This one isn't even going to make it to the bar. This is mine.
You're not doing tasting notes because
No.
he's not.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Trust me, it tastes amazing. You're just not getting any of
We
it.
do have a Linkwood 12 downstairs.
We got 2 Linkwoods. We've got the flora and fauna. Okay. And it is really nice, to be fair. It's beautiful. But now this one's all mine, and it's absolutely outstanding. Thanks very much, Pete. Thanks.
You're all right.
Cheers, appreciate that.
Yeah. So the jukebox. Speaking of the jukebox, it's going to be free.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So I think we're going to do. I think I'm pretty excited. On Monday to Friday, it's going to be 3. No, I got it wrong straight away. Free before 3. So before 3 p.m, the jukebox will be free tunes. This is something over lunchtime. Sit and have people doing something.
I
And
wish I'd saved that till the end because I think 4 drams in, getting to hear you say free before 3 would be just amazing.
literally half a dram in, and I still went.
You just made a mess already. Yeah, no, that's great.
Half a dram, and I'm already cocked
Free
it up.
before 3, but we just getting early because if you leave it too late, I'm going to have slapped on just so much.
You can put 25 in the playlist before it's full, and it's just going to be full of that few hours of just.
There's been a lot of
our
Frank
tunes
on today.
I've been doing that. It's been nice. I like a lot of Frank. And also Tuesdays, just all day. Tuesdays all day are free jukebox. So come down, enjoy some music. Tunes in the bar. Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
It's got a fairly varied selection as well.
Yeah, and our bar taste is pretty eclectic, isn't it?
Of an odd electronic band that I really like, and like 2 other people have heard of. I think Feed Me.
No. Oh, that's the band. Sorry, I thought you were just requesting.
That is the name of the band, and or the man.
The man.
He's just a man.
His
on a
name is.
computer, I guess at the end of the day, but no, it's
I
good.
guess that's how it works. Yeah. Oh. Well.
Got some weird stuff. But
Yeah, it has. I mean,
Keith today just randomly put on the Star Wars theme.
I think
Which was fine by me, but it's really, really intense when you don't have the context of the movie with it. Like, so there's lots of bits that are just dun 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 dun, and you're like, oh my god, when you're not watching the spaceships blow up at the same time. It's just really like.
You're like, I'm pouring pints as fast as I can. Stop it! It's too much pressure.
The Darth Star blows up is just 20 minutes of dun 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 dun, and it's just.
I always listen to that when I'm playing computer games because it just adds so much intensity to whatever game. Farming Simulator, so much more intense with dun 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 dun.
I mean, yeah, I guess you got to make Farming Simulator seem intense and interesting.
Well,
they're remaking Knights of the Old Republic.
I know, yeah, they're gonna screw that up. Just wait and see, you'll see.
It's the greatest game in the whole world.
They're gonna screw it up. Because
you
you know how they're gonna screw it up? It's because it's easy to redo it. You can just literally make it the same.
It'll be pretty.
But make it look nicer. That's all they have to do. Maybe add in a few extra missions.
I played that game for 36 hours straight.
That's sort of depressing for you.
I fell asleep playing it. It was, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Anyway, this is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm pretty sure you can hear Buster through that as well. Buster, you can come up and say hello. Here you go. See, Buster's going to come and say hello for this video. As the 20th video. Buster's going to come say hello on the microphones.
In the party poppers.
He's just going to chill there now?
No, the poppers, the party poppers.
Yeah. The dog is not taking poppers. Let's not start that rumour.
Is that still a thing?
I think so, yeah.
They still exist?
Yeah, I think so. Never done. I'm not interested, mate.
I thought it was all... Yeah, you never know. People are weird, aren't they?
Yeah,
They've not been taking like fucking horse tranquilizers recently.
That's for COVID though, so that's fine. And it's horse anti-wormer. Yeah. Okay, Buster. Bye. Thank you for coming up and giving us that update, Buster.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you want a drum?
He's not.
Actually giving you a
he's
drum.
not one for whiskey. To be fair, he's not a beer drinker either.
Go for it. I'll eat and drink anyway.
Yeah. No. Right. What else have we got going on?
That's gorgeous.
It's so nice. It's so easy to drink. I'm sort of worried now I've opened it because I could drink that for breakfast.
Yeah. It's sort of oaky. It's got a little bit of like citrus at the top of it, I think.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's got the sherry on it as well, and I love a sherry cask.
Cake. Would that make sense?
Yeah. Definitely. It's
malty, orangey cake.
there's just no burn to it either, and that's still 46%, super smooth.
Very nice indeed.
There's something else in it though that I'm not getting, and I can't. Or there's something else there that I'm getting, I can't put my finger on it.
My wheel up. I was really chuffed to tell you the other day there was two men coming.
Yeah, what t-shirt whiskey wheel.
Yeah,
we've got a folder in the bar. If anyone's interested, would like to sort of have a read through whiskey information. There's some tasting wheels. There's some sort of guides for flavours.
Flavour maps, little bits of information if you're interested about your whiskies and the barrels that they're stored in, and types of sherry, and just I sort of made it to try and just for general information and try and build up a little sort of collection of like literature.
Yeah, so it's good for the staff to read through and get a bit more information. Good for us as well.
We got a very kindly gifted.
The
pocket guide to whiskey that was written by that dude that used to work here.
Yeah.
I think I met him once or twice when I worked in a previous establishment.
No, I mean I never met him when he's been here. No,
but he did the old World Whiskey Day. I believe it's on Michael Jackson's birthday. Not Michael Jackson, the king of pop and notorious wronging, but Michael Jackson,
alleged,
the noted whiskey writer. If you've never read any Michael Jackson's sort of whiskey books, they are.
I've never read any whiskey books.
They're very good.
We've got a new one coming this month actually. We ordered that whiskey. Pre-ordered a whiskey book. But I can't remember what it's called.
Is it the Whiskey Bible?
No.
Good.
No. Because I don't need to hear how the whiskey's got the same curves as a woman. Because A, sexist as fuck, and B, not really very helpful when tasting whiskey.
Some of it's really funny though.
Yeah, in an offensive way.
In a sort of, maybe in a sort of.
Reminds me of the Empire.
Sort of 1960s Carry On film.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. I mean, each their own, and that's a particular type of style and writing and stuff. And it's cool. No. It's just that the whiskey Bibles, the Jim Murray whiskey Bible is very funny if you want to read it. It's got some pretty cool stuff. Well, I say it's got some pretty cool stuff in it. He gets to drink some absolutely outstanding whiskies that none of us in our pleb lifestyles will ever get to be anywhere near. And then and so it's like a laminated book of dreams. So sometimes
you should try this. You can't, but you should.
But books like these are you've got to take them all with a pinch of salt, really, because like at the end of the day, as we always say, whiskey is such a subjective thing with flavours and you know your mood, what you've experienced, your past memories, you know, all these kind of things.
Just your palate is so different to someone else's.
It's very, very funny sometimes to read what other people write about stuff. There's always,
I'm going to have your whiskey book, I'm going to have that published one day.
It's just ramblings, swearing and screaming.
Whiskey ramblings of a madman.
Yeah, there's even a little foreword where I'm just like,
this is my book, get your hands off it.
Guys like,
that's it, we're going to publish it one day, there you go.
My memoirs.
Christ, no.
Can I read it? I can't remember anything I did.
Someone could note all that down for me, that would be super.
Please don't. I'm forgetting it for reasons. The whiskey Bible. I mean, so the whiskey Bible is quite funny, and it's good. And these things are great. Cause sometimes you can read up on. I always find that whiskey Bible. I always take it with a pinch of salt because it is very sort of romanticised writing.
Yeah.
When you say you say, oh, this is best enjoyed driving a Ferrari down the coast of France with a beautiful woman at your side.
I do that every weekend. Yeah, I do that.
Weird like that.
This is why I appreciate whiskey, because I do those things practically every weekend, Pete.
I know exactly what that tastes like.
I go, no, sorry. Oh no, I can always get away with that. I can always get away with that. It's like your girlfriend driving you in her convertible BMW. Except she doesn't drink and she's angry that you're getting so pushed. Yeah. That's maybe more like
that's funny. That's you looking into the future.
Yeah.
Because we are going to. Darren has never been round a whiskey distillery, and we're going to go
famously in our group. Yeah. My lovely girlfriend bought me a tour for my birthday the other week, and we're going next weekend from when we filmed this.
I bet you were gutted when she told you I'm coming.
No. Yeah, no, it's gonna be really good fun.
I thought it was a bit right. That's why she's like, "Oh, wouldn't you go with him?" And I'm like, I think he's going to be a bit weirded out by that. It's
Just
maybe
me,
a little
me
disappointed.
and Pete on a date. I bought you a present. You get to go to whiskey. Oh yeah, you go with Pete. Are you coming? No.
Literally the thing we've been doing for the last 2 years.
I think we've had our fair share of getting. I mean, our Sunday afternoon is spent.
I've convinced her to come along. So
I think she's going to find it really interesting.
And Tully Barden have a connection with your family name.
Indeed, yeah.
So it should be a good laugh.
I think it'd be really interesting.
And then, when upon our return to
we're gonna go.
which I am super excited about this, we're gonna have some live Scottish music.
Yeah, but not amplified because that would be against our license. Yes.
I like that. You've sort of gone around that. Like, it can't be amplified. But I mean, have you heard how loud an accordion can be?
Yeah.
It doesn't need. It's like it's literally its own amplifier.
No. I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
No, but so we're gonna have some fine folks.
Some amazing guys came and volunteered because I used to do it here before, ages ago before I took over. Before I even worked here, before I took over as owner, and they did it, and they stopped doing it for ages. And the guy came up to me a few weeks back, being like, "Oh, you're interested in doing it again?" I'm like, "Yes, I've always wanted to get it back, but I didn't know who you speak to." So
I guess you didn't know, but I'm a fiddle player too.
I'm well aware you're a fiddler.
And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. I love
Scottish traditional music. I love it.
So I'm very much looking forward to that.
I'm really excited for it.
Today we're going to be out at the distillery, and I can't drive, so I guess I'm just going to have to partake in all of the drams.
I can drive, but I'm not.
I will be the one at the front of the bar going stuff like that. I'll absolutely be that.
That's fine. I'll be working right there with you.
If you're coming down the 18th, that'll be a really, really good night.
Yeah. And if you're watching this after that, sorry you missed, but you should watch our videos more often.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to. I didn't tan it. Well, yeah, I didn't tan it.
Do that one and then do that because you're not going to taste anything.
Well, this is what I mean. We'll do this one first.
This is really cool, though.
This is really cool. So the reason we're doing this one is A, because it's lovely. B, because it's new. And C,
we're plugging you things that we'd like you to come to.
Yeah, our whiskey tasting is in a couple of weeks' time on the 26th of this month. And we're doing a Douglas Lang who bottle Timorous Beastie, or blend Timorous Beastie. And Big Pete, yeah. Which is why, like this month, September, is the normal Timorous Beastie and the normal Big Pete are our dual malt of the months, and they've been going rather nicely.
It's a duel, isn't it? For we have got a small bet as to who can sell their favourite one, mine being Big Pete, obviously.
You're just drinking it all!
Shut up! You didn't put down any ground rules that we couldn't. You just said who gets rid of their bottles.
I did not.
No, you didn't put any stipulations so that I couldn't be the one buying it.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right.
And I'm fucking pumping you with that.
I think you're a full bottle ahead.
Possibly a full bottle ahead.
So the bottle we started on, mine was already fuller, but you've gone, I think I'm at least half a bottle behind.
You're at a disadvantage that you bought a dram that I really like and will actively buy.
Yeah.
And
I like the Timorous Beastie. But it's a Highland, so it doesn't really stand out to me as much.
It's a Highland style, I guess. But so basically they're blends. But again.
Does this one tell you which blends are in it? I know the normal Timorous Beastie does, but I've never checked.
Don't be put off by blended whiskey because it's incredible. Some of these are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
The Big Pete is just ace.
The Big Pete is Port Ellen, Ardbeg.
Yeah, it's I think 4 or 5.
Kalila.
Big badass Pete.
So 4. I think there's 4.
Yeah, vatted together. This is a similar thing, but of more Highland.
Yeah, it is
variety.
Highland. The other bottle, the normal one, does tell you which ones. This one doesn't. Off the top of my head, I've kind of forgot. Glengoyne's in there. Glengoyne, it's definitely got in it.
This is a limited edition run that they did at cask strength. And it's got a very stoned-looking mouse in front of it.
I'll get closer. But it's one of only 3,600 bottles, which is a fucking tiny little.
But it's gorgeous. I mean, it's a gorgeous bottle. It looks like a stamp.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, the edging and stuff. Yeah. It's really cool.
It's a really, it's an eye-catching bottle, and it's a lovely dram. I find it's like salty, cereally, porridgey, malty kind of dram. It's very savoury. If that makes any sense.
Savoury, something I'll definitely agree with for that because it is. Yeah, it's. I think because The cask strength on this is... Where are we?
Ooh, mama.
Possibly being... Oh, 54.9. That's a fair whack.
But
they're not half doing it.
it's odd that... Because it's not really cask strength, is it? Because it's a blend.
Yeah, I suppose. That's interesting, that, because...
That's something I've never really looked into.
I guess
how do you gauge a cask strength blend?
I guess it just means you don't water it down.
You don't water it down to a standard and then put it out. It could just be whatever it ends up being.
Yeah, I think so. I guess so, because I think maybe they've taken 4 cask strength versions of whiskies they want and vatted them together, and that gives you a cask strength of this.
I don't really know how that works. You know what? That's going to be something.
We're going to ask Jamie from Douglas Lang when he's here, because that would be quite interesting.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. So, the tasting at the end of this month on the 26th, we'll have
Timorous Beastie 18.
No.
Oh yeah, Jamie from Douglas Lang.
Jamie, the rep from Douglas Lang. And he's going to be here and in-house and answering your questions, telling us all about their drams and their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely fantastic chance to pick his brain. That's cool. I'm going to ask him that. So if you blend together a whole bunch of 46% whiskies, it's just a 46% blend, right? So I guess if you have to add up.
But
like that.
Yes, I guess so. Yeah. Well, but you can.
It's cool. I've never thought.
Because you can test the ABV, can't you?
Oh, of course you can. Yeah, that's
so
what they have to do.
Well, I mean, so they probably vat 4 cask strengths together, and then do a little test at the end and be like, okay, it came out as this. Because I mean, you can probably work out mathematically how much you put in, but legally they probably have to. Let me tell you how. Yeah. So I guess they just do that at the very end. So
everything, but I just wonder how much of it is just a guessing game, or like if you so from how I understand it, blending is that we have a base sort of malt to which you add. Like
it's John in there.
Like top dressers and things that are called like so like you'd have a base flavour profile and then you add sort of intensely flavoured whiskies to give those bits, but in smaller ratios and stuff. That's sort of how I was understood that it happened. But I didn't really think about the ABV. So if that base malt is say 40%,
do you have to add 60%ers to get it up?
You have to add 60%, but then that would only make it 20% stronger.
Depends how much.
So if your base malt and then you add a small amount of 20%.
But it wouldn't make it 20% stronger because if you've got a barrel that's 50% full of 40% stuff, right? Or no, so say 75%
wow,
full.
This is confusing.
I know, right? Jesus.
Ted, I am hugely confused.
So if you've got a barrel that's full of 75% full of 40% whiskey, and you fill it up then with 60%, you're not splitting the difference because you've only added 25% of it as a stronger whiskey.
I've lost you right after a barrel, mate. I'm sorry. It's just I hope Jamie's got his numbers right. I'm well out here, like.
Yeah, I get So I think the base for this must be high. Because I don't think if you started that low and you've got even if your base is only 40% of what's in it and you add another 10, 20 and 30% of something else.
When you need it.
I know, Mark. God, so how dare you not be in my living room ready for these pre-recorded videos to give us these facts? It would be.
He was just sitting there.
Yeah, I'd be really concerned. But yeah, so I guess my guess, total guess, made up, is that it's just 4 cask strength whiskies they get and vat together.
Maybe
just to keep that, because that seems like the simplest way. In practice, if that works, I have no idea.
That's clearly I mean, I think...
Almost as if we're making shit up, Pete.
I think there's a lot of... Well, and you know what, man? But the thing is, like, I don't know.
No, it's just really interesting,
for me to go like, well, but no, I have no idea. It's something I've never thought about before because I've never really ventured too far into these kind of deluxe blends.
But there's not many cask strength blends, is there?
And that's why it's quite interesting. And it's,
if you think of the ones we have downstairs, there's Big Pete is cask strength, isn't it?
No,
isn't it?
But they do cask strength ones. They do. They usually.
I thought Big Pete was already pretty wild.
Nah,
isn't it?
Nah, it's not.
I maybe think it's something else.
It's intense in flavour, but it's not really
Okay.
intense in.
Well, think of all the other blends we've got up there. I think that's the only cast strength one there is.
Do a Christmas cast strength edition.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah.
Every Christmas, usually.
Yeah, because you drank that one, didn't
I
you?
drank a whole bottle of it. Me and Callum drank a whole bottle of it watching the Mulan live action movie. And Callum got a little emotional at the end of it. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite touching. She saves her family and her whole country.
Spoiler alert.
I'm pretty sure
I wasn't gonna watch it, to be honest.
It's got Ming Na Wen in it.
Yeah.
And she's ace.
Yeah.
And it's got Keiko O'Brien from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And
That's all you cared about, isn't it?
Well. I like to see Keiko. I like to see ex-Star Trek actors getting a paycheck.
Oh shit, that burnt your nostrils.
It's strong. It's very, very savoury, so I like it. It's got a lovely, really light, kind of profile. It's it's almost salty. Yeah, I say things are like
It's
salty.
just really cast strength. That's a burny one. I find that really spirity.
It's spirity.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You've got a different glass to me, though. So I mean, even that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if anyone looks at the glasses, it's because we only took up 2 Glencairns, so we're just using the random ass selection of glasses I have. They are whiskey glasses, to be fair. This little stylish bad boy.
That are whiskey glasses if you put whiskey in them. Prove me wrong. No, you're alright. You don't have to prove me wrong.
That's fine.
I'm clearly wrong.
Right.
Yeah, it's Jesus. Is it one of them? Is it? Oh Jesus!
I'm not necking it. I'm a hell. Jesus, I'll blow my head off. No.
Do you really find that quite? I like this because although it's got that kind of red-eyed craziness about it.
I've just realised why I found it very spirity. I trimmed my nose hair this morning, so it's just blasted.
That's another thing. Whiskey tasting is very subjective. So depending on your mood or the style or the style of whiskey that you like or what you've just eaten or whether you've trimmed your nose hair this morning, that can affect how you smell whiskey.
I just realised, why is my nose so sensitive? I realised it's because all the hair's out of it.
You trimmed your nose hair?
I trimmed it a bit, yeah.
So you
because
turned
it goes a bit wild.
32 a week ago, and now you're having to trim your nose hair.
I've had to trim my nose hair for a while.
Really?
It gets a bit wild out of there, mate. It just blends into my moustache half the time.
Do things like that.
For the last, Christ, 4 years I've had to do my nose hair.
Supposed to be doing things like that.
No, you don't really have any sticking out. No, mine sticks out. I'll show you another time. Mine, honestly, next time before I have to do it, I'm going to take a picture and send it to you. Look, it sticks out.
Recently quit smoking.
I cut my hair today, but I got a haircut today, Pete. But thanks for noticing.
Maybe the lack of I did it. I saw it. I noticed.
You didn't comment on it.
Sorry, am I supposed to?
Be nice.
You shaved your head.
I trimmed my beard as well.
Did you? I didn't know.
It was getting a bit.
So sometimes
it's getting a bit wild.
Maybe I'm just lacking the.
Maybe, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just not.
I think that's what it is.
I'm going a bit grey.
I've got a couple of grey ones in my beard.
I wash my hair and I'm like, you're going really grey, which I'm kind of cool with. I'd like to just go. I'd either like to go.
You want to go Geralt, don't you?
I'd like to go fully Witcher grey, or I'd like to go
Rogue,
the Terry Nutkins route. Terry Nutkins was he was a children's TV wildlife presenter when I was and he presented a really, really wild show. And he was like this big animal lover dude, and he had mad hair, but he was bald essentially. He had this sort of gullet almost thing going on, and I'd like to go that way.
So you go full monk.
I'd like to go if I get fat, I'd like to go Terry Nutkins. If I manage to stay slim,
Geralt.
I'd like to go grey like the Witcher.
Yeah. Fair enough. I get that. No, so I've got a few greys in my beard, and there's 1 or 2 appeared in my hair. These bits I think are quite grey, but I don't give them the chance to grow in to find out. Quite frankly, I've been doing that since I was 25 though.
Yes, it's certainly
because it was really blonde there for years, really light, and I was like, you know what, I don't. Let's fuck you.
That's one thing I have to say. Thanks, Dad. My dad has a fuking still a luscious head of absolutely pure white, but a good head
the guys in my family, we've got a high ass hairline, but that's it. My hairline's gonna stay like this forever.
He's becoming he's getting the old Oxbow Lake. like when it comes away and then it joins up. And
he's got a little,
he's getting that, but he's just shaving it out. And but I'm still alright. Thanks to good old Papa Robertson and his good head of hair, good genes.
It's really nice that. It is savoury.
I have to give it 10 minutes for all the booze to evaporate from it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Your nose hairs grow back.
A little bit. I totally forgot.
It's very nice. It's still got that really smooth blend. You know, there's no tingly, burny. It's still got a lovely smooth.
Yeah, I've had cast strengths where you go, but this one isn't.
It's warming.
Yeah.
More warming on the way down.
It's a very relaxed cast strength, if that's one way to put it. You could relax and have this. You're not going it to go, whoa, that's a cast strength. It's just a, ooh.
I don't know if you could even strictly call it a cask strength.
It's 54.9.
Aye, but that implies that it's like it's not really a cask strength. It's just an overproof.
Well, it is a cast strength. That is,
But no, but
hang on. What do they call it? What do they call it? Because they maybe don't call it that.
Cask strength. No, because it's not come from one cask.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
And it's certainly not a single cask. And it's like a can, but
maybe that's how they get round that kind of thing of.
But it's like a like a cask strength.
I'll be honest, it's really difficult to read the tiny black writing on the dark red with the light coming that way.
Be like random strength. Like who knows? It's what we make it at, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know how much actual.
We will ask.
Precision has gone into.
Hello, are you coming up again?
Is it that strength because that's what they deemed it best at, or is it that strength because
that's just what it came out at?
At the.
That'd be interesting to know, because I suppose with the blends they can pick. You could add more of a lesser strength one, and it would bring it down.
It would probably be ridiculous to think that all of these things are completely and utterly measured and deliberate, but. Yeah. I have a funny feeling that a lot of the whiskey industry likes to lead you to believe that everything is a very deliberate move. But in actual fact, a lot of it is just like, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling that a lot of it is
being weird.
I've got a funny feeling that a lot of it is just like we'll see what goes on.
Ah, look how it came out. Yeah, let's put a name on it.
You can see like a couple of the things I've watched from. Whiskey Exchange and stuff like that. They had like, a couple of these real good webinars up during lockdown stuff, and one of them was I remember I told you the Glenlivet, and it's from like his office. Is just
was it Glenlivet or Glenfiddich?
It was Glenfiddich, yeah. Well done, thank you. Sorry, and it's just the office full of, and it was just all sample bottles, and I've got a funny feeling these are all experiments.
Yeah.
And he's like saying, and they are, and you know like. A tiny percentage of them are probably going to make it to the thing. So they are experimenting all the time with these different things, and like I say, I think it would be there's an element of let's see what happens, but then they are deliberate in their movements with it after that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of. So it'll be very interesting to. Sort of ask him about that kind of thing, and from coming from
even I like the smell of this one.
Yeah, I mean, what else? So what else does Douglas Lang? So there's that. There's the rock
oyster. Which we've got the sherry cask of that for the tasting. We've got Galdrins, which is a Campbelltown blend, which we got for the tasting.
Oh, hey now, that sounds interesting.
It does, doesn't it?
I've never tried that.
I very
well up for Campbelltown.
I finally tried something first that he hasn't tried. I tried it when he brought in the balls. It's lovely. It's great, isn't it?
Scumbag. Didn't it phone me up and be like, I live 15 minutes away.
I think I said to you he was coming in, but I think you were starting at like 4 and he came in at like lunch.
No, you didn't. You snidely told me after I could have come down and tried this Drams just to be like.
So the Galdrins Campbelltown blend was very nice.
Galdrins Campbelltown blend.
Rock oyster.
Amazing.
Galdrins.
How many distilleries are you going to get from Campbelltown? What is that?
Well, all of them, isn't it?
There's Kilkerran, there's Springbank.
I think it's all of them except Kilkerran. Hazelburn and Springbank.
So Hazelburn, Springbank, Kilkerran, Glen Scotia. I should know this.
I don't think there's much more.
Oh well, that'll be interesting. You know what? See if they went, oh yeah, this is it. It's basically just Springbank. Give me it.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Oh. So Rock Oyster, we've got the sherry cask of that. We've got the Goldrins. We've got the Big Pete 12-year-old. We've got the Timorous Beastie 18-year-old.
This is the
tasting coming up, the 26th, and we've got another one I'm not going to tell anyone about just now.
Aww.
I've told you already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know that one. Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be really good. I'm really looking forward to it.
An 18-year-old Timorous Beastie. That's cool. So the 18-year-old version of the standard of this, and that'll be so.
It'll be really interesting, I think.
And again, you know, that prompts a lot of fucking cool questions. I'm at the stage where I'm just chucking F-bombs in for no reason.
I've done it as well. It's fun.
That'll be very interesting from from a questioning point of view, because that means so the youngest whiskey in the blend is 18 years old.
Yeah. So other than that,
could be some very old. Other stuff going in there, and does it keep
could be a 25-year-old in there somewhere?
Ratios?
I don't know.
The same ratios to Drams. It's just the ages are older, or hey, these are questions to ask. Really interesting.
Well, this is why we did again. I think this is just going to really. Yeah. I think it's going to really be interesting tasting overall. I've got mine. You can. Because this is a rather popular dram in the bar. We're going to run it. Although I think there's more people we know are visiting and bringing us back others.
I will volunteer my time, Darren. I will go over on your money, and I will go to Isla, and I will bring.
I will volunteer my time and your money.
I'm always happy to volunteer my time and your money in that.
I mean, this one is the second of the Nick Offerman editions that we've tried. We got the first one in, which was, I think, mostly bound for America. It's an 11-year-old, and this one is a distillery exclusive, so you can only get it if you're at a distillery. It's maybe popped up online. Well, I don't know, because it was generally to keep them as distillery exclusives.
But then it'll go into like duty free. So
you might be able to pick up auctions and stuff.
Look at the difference between that first bottling that we got from overseas. Look at the price that you paid for it. Look at the price you're paying for these subsequent bottlings.
Yeah.
I think that's only going to continue to the point where it becomes a fairly affordable part of the range.
Well, this one is. I mean, this one's. If you do the tour, it's less than £50 a bottle.
Yeah, and let's face it, right? They're making. They've probably got casks of the Offerman 11. Yeah. It's nothing for them to chuck them in Guinness casks for 4 months.
No, it's nothing. So yeah. So we should say this one's finished for 4 months in Guinness casks.
Guinness cask.
And I think it really, really works.
Yeah.
I think if you compare it directly to the other 11-year-old, I think it's a lot smoother and creamier.
It's going to sound weird, but bear with me. I was a bit disappointed initially. Because I like Guinness, I drink Guinness, I drink peaty whiskey. I thought, I love TV. This is an amalgamation of all of my favourite things in the whole world.
This is my own world!
But it doesn't have... It's not hugely Guinnessy.
No, it's not.
I've grown to sort of appreciate that. It's not
Guinnessy, it's just... It's an influence from a stout cask.
Bitter kiss to it.
Yeah.
But...
I think it's creamier than the other one.
4 months is nothing.
No.
I probably slept for longer than that in one go. Like 4 months. So it's just this little bitter stouty kiss to it. Not even, I think it
mellows some of the charcoal out.
Stout Cask Jameson's. I think it's got way more of a stouty thing to it than this does. Or maybe the fact that
it's Lagavulin. It's got way more of a Lagavulin in it.
Spirit just cuts through.
Yeah, I think that's maybe
it's still very light. It's not as. It's halfway. So like the 11-year-old Offerman is light. It's stripped down Lagavulin.
Yeah, well, because your standard Lagavulin's a 16.
You've got way less of that cask influence, and you've got a lot of that new mix. But carbon boom! Like bonfire.
This one
is in between. You get there. I mean, it's a lovely warming kind of like that sort of bonfire.
Yeah.
Smoke is exactly like immediately what
you got. But not as intense.
There is like.
It's as if you're standing 50 feet away from the bonfire.
Yeah.
The other one's if you rub your face in the ashes. This one is much more. It's mixed in with the air around it. It's lighter. It's fresher.
Like that. using a musical analogy, like that chord in Lagavulin, You Make Spirit, is like the sort of, that's the melody, but you get lots of harmonies around these things from things like the cask, or like a cask finish and stuff like that, and I think that's what it does. Rather, it seasons it rather than
putting a Guinness flavour, it seasons it.
A little mellowness to that. And
I think the mellowness for me is really good because I'm not a big. Like Lagavulin 16 is not for me, whereas this, even Offerman 11, is not something I ever really went back to. This one, second time I've had it, quite happy to have it again.
It gives it this really, like, I'm going, like, this is not a serious thing, but like, think about dark matter rum.
Yeah.
And then nose that. It's got some sort of
Clovey,
spicy,
cinnamon.
yeah, I think elements to it.
Something when you breathe out about it. It's like a deep flavour about it.
Lagavulin's amazing.
I like this one. I'm a big fan of this one. I really do like it.
Really?
Mm.
That's surprising. Lagavulin's amazing.
I couldn't drink a lot of it, but yeah, as a.
I got. We were drinking some peaty whiskey the other night. There's a few friends who will remain nameless.
And unconscious.
And one of them, well, no, one of them, he didn't remain unconscious. He got up. That's fine. No, so it was on the way. He's taking his daughter to dance in the next day, and he's like, I just reek of peat. She's just been drinking big peat stuff all night.
What was that? He was having Kalila and everything.
Imagine rocking up to your primary school. Where
This man smells like a barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's what you want.
Absolutely.
That's parenting goals right there.
It's fantastic, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, it's been very good to see you all back. Please come down and see us.
We've got Freshers Week coming up.
Freshers Week!
If you're at Aberdeen University and see this, we have two things on that might interest you in Freshers Week with the societies at Aberdeen Uni. So the Whisky Society are coming to do a wee taster with us on the Wednesday night, which is Wednesday the...
something.
22nd, I think. And the day after... Yeah, it is, yeah. I swear I got to try to work this out. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm done. I'm lost.
I don't know. Anyway, the Wednesday Freshers Week, which starts like the 20th. The Wednesday is a whiskey night, a little wee get together, a little mini tasting we're going to do. Just 3 drams, quick chat. We're not going to go through all these notes and stuff. We're just going to have a chat and have some drams and say what we do.
To Aberdeen Uni, and you're slightly interested in good booze or whiskey or all these things, you can
or
come down
really,
and have a little,
really crap jokes.
Have a little. I've got loads of really, really crap jokes.
We pretty much all do. It's all we really do.
In fact, no, I've got loads. I've got about 3 absolute stunners. They are. They're incredible. I don't care what anyone says.
Come along to find out.
And anyway, yeah.
But the Beer Society are going to come and do a one with us as well. We think we've maybe got some friends from a brewery coming along to that.
A university society that you feel would benefit from having a little area to help you out on Freshers Week, come and give us a shout.
Yeah.
You can maybe set up in our temporary beer garden at the front, or and we can be friends. We can all be friends.
We can all be friends. That's it for Freshers Week. That's all it's planned. And then the Sunday following Freshers Week is our whiskey tasting, which we spoke about before.
You should get you should ask them if you're allowed to get the gorillas down. You know, so Darren plays in a dodgeball team. Yeah, it's a real sport. It's not just on that film. It's real. And he plays in a dodgeball team. And I thought they could recruit, so you could get dress yourself up as, they're called the Granite City Gorillas. Is that correct? And you get Darren dressed as a gorilla.
No, I think Doug.
You could throw balls at him and see how fun it is to throw balls at another human being, and then you could sign up for the dodgeball team if you wanted and recruit people.
It's not a bad show, is it?
If you want to come down and throw a foam ball at a ginger man, and then sign up to do it on a weekly basis,
we'll
then
pay Doug to do it.
He's not ginger, he's strawberry blonde. He gets touchy about that.
Ginger.
He's strawberry.
I'm gonna watch it. Tell you what, Doug.
But you know that
if you watch this,
you might watch
if
it.
you watch this and no, I don't think he's gonna watch it.
Are you willing to?
I'll buy you a drink, Doug. If you watch this video and you're not allowed to say anything. No one's allowed to tell Doug. If someone tells Doug he doesn't get the drink, I'll buy you a drink, Doug. I'll buy you.
He likes Glen Rothes.
That's what I was just going to say. Glen Rothes. I'll buy you a nice Glen Rothes if you watch this video and remember this bit.
I'm feeling you're gonna be opening your wallet.
Nah, I don't. Anyway, yeah. Right, Ginger Doug. Might as well get my money's worth.
Wow, yeah. Get in there.
Another thing, just quick, is the crowdfunder that's still going on. It's still going on. That's it.
It's still going on.
Yeah. It's going to be a slog this last couple of weeks, but
it's
always doable.
Absolutely. These aren't my areas of expertise. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a details man, but the thing is, it would allow us to just have so much more freedom in what we want to do and stuff. So, man, take a look at it. If you're able to contribute anything, you batter in.
Please do.
If you can't, just come down. Oh, a pint with us. Every single person that walks in that door and comes and orders or orders food or comes and says, you're really, really helping us out at the moment.
Yeah, massively.
Just because everything's back open again, it doesn't mean that everything's safe. You know, like we're all
we're
all just trying
businesses.
Our best.
Business took a hit. You know, I reckon we're still going to see some places shut. I don't think we're going to be one of them. I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine, but let's be honest, pretty sure it's not 100%. So,
well,
this is it. Like,
the last 2.5 years have taught us anything.
You never know what's coming next. So, we appreciate all the support we get from people.
And we do. We've got. There's a whole bunch of you that are really, really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We have such a fantastic core group of people that come and visit us and speak to us and really order food from us. And
two of which we have to say were very, very kind enough to pick us up with this bottle while they were over on Isla.
Yeah,
you know who you are.
Yes.
And you crazy bikers, you. And did you see that bike?
Yeah.
Cool in your car.
It is. It's probably worth more, to be honest. Thank you very much for bringing that back to us.
Take us back this bottle from the to Isla.
Yes, we wouldn't have it without them, and it's absolutely amazing.
It's nice, isn't it?
I don't know how you feel about it because you love it at Lagavulin, obviously. I'm not so keen, but I really enjoy that. It's an Isla I can properly enjoy, and I can enjoy the Isla flavours about it because it's a lot mellow.
I could sit and keep that for like 2 hours and just
sniff it.
Every little minute go back and then try it. And I've got a funny feeling the longer you leave that out, it's going to mellow and you're going to get more of that Guinness and you're going to get I did something.
He's never leaving my house now. He's going to sit here staring at that damn bottle for an hour.
Like I could sit and ponder that for a long, long time. I can't though because I've got to go and walk the dog.
Yeah. Right.
I want to go and get those tennis ball bazookas.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Well, I've got one in the corridor.
Well, I've got one.
Shoots wee ones.
Do you want to go in?
Yeah, we'll try.
A fight with the tennis ball.
No, we're gonna go and let the dogs play with the balls.
If anybody wants a tennis ball bazooka fight in Kings in the next 20 minutes. We won't be there because it's not live. Are you too used to doing live videos now? Yeah, I'm just really used to actually watching.
Yeah, this is a pre-recorded one, so I mean, I hope to get it up today, but we won't still be in the field playing with tennis balls.
We might be.
Take that ball, we might be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, thank you very much for watching.
And cheers for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, and this is a longer one today, just because it's our 20th episode.
And I didn't want to sit downstairs. I wanted to drink, so I was like, "Hey, Darren, do you want to film a video?" And he was like, "Okay."
Twisted my arm, mate. Twisted my arm. Okay, let's film a video.
Let's
film a video, drink whiskey.
All the best to you all. Hopefully we'll see you all soon, whether it be at the whiskey tasting that is on the
26th
of this month with Douglas Lang, or whether it's just in between, but Slange, and I hope you're all safe and take it easy.
Thanks folks. Cheers. See you later. And cut!